Happy St. Patrick's Day, YouTube. I made a wand for myself. I'm gonna paint it and give it a handle. That turned out way nice. Now, I'm here on camera to do a drink combination for you today in honor of St. Patrick's Day. I have my drink combo glass right here, nice, clean, washed up. And we have 2 bottles of sour apple pucker schnapps. You drink both these in one sitting, yes is no. So I'm going to put one in the fridge for later. And we got one out right now, and practically 2 shots of this is equal to 1 shot of Jack, so you know, it's not too terribly strong, but it's strong enough to get the job done. Put this one in the fridge, I'll be right back. So I've had some of the schnapps flavors before. I've had peach, I've had butterscotch. Mixed schnapps are good too. You know, if you're looking to buy alcohol that gets you fucked up, but it's on a cheaper scale, then you really can't go wrong with schnapps. Literally the cheapest green thing they had, so. That sounds like, it smells like a sour apple Jolly Rancher, basically. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It tastes like it too. So here's my drink combination for St. Patrick's Day. Pour a mixed drink for all my fans and my homies. We're gonna mix sour apple schnapps with Mountain Dew Pitch Black. See how it tastes. Cheesy too. Yeah. It doesn't make the drink green, but that is a tasty drink combination nonetheless. The sourness of the sour apple schnapps really complements the taste of Mountain Dew Pitch Black. That's not bad at all. As it is St. Patrick's Day, it is, of course, accustomed to wearing some sort of green on you. Right now I have my black Wranglers on and my green pot leaf t-shirt that hugs my biceps so nicely. Also have my hair in a braid. Now this St. Patty's Day, if you're lucky to wander your way into a field of 3-leaf clovers, maybe you'll get lucky and find a 4-leaf clover. 3 and 4. Not to mention every president serves at least 4 years in office. You know, it's interesting how the number 4 just pops up everywhere, doesn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Like, literally every president that serves office has at least 4 years for 1 term. There are 4 corners of the globe, north, south, east, and west. There are 4 seasons, summer, fall, winter, spring. There are 4 quarters in a football game. Yeah. In fact, in Harry Potter, there are 4 houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. Harry Potter lived with his aunt and uncle on number 4 Privet Drive. And I do believe Quidditch has 4 balls: the snitch, the bludger, the quaffle, and the dot. Wait, the snitch, the quaffle, the bludger. Actually, no, maybe just 3. I don't know. But 2 bludgers, a snitch, and a quaffle. Yep, so technically that's 4. Yep. Must be nice, that feeling you get when your state legalizes it. And by it, I mean the picture of, I mean the weed, as I am wearing a weed t-shirt. North Dakota, right above Wyoming, and Colorado, right below Wyoming, are both legal. North Dakota is now legal for medical use, and Colorado is legal for both. And, well, when Wyoming takes a statewide budget cut, they have to pull it from somewhere. And about 2 years ago, I saw Governor Matt Mead, the governor of Wyoming, on TV during the holiday season. And he was talking about if you have a loved one, that is, if you or a loved one is suffering from pill addiction and or suicidal thoughts, call today. You know, that kind of thing. Trying to show that he cares, and he probably does, you know. But literally 2 years later, Governor Matt Mead had to do a budget cut 2 years after he made a commercial talking about codependency and suicidal prevention and all that. Literally 2 years after Governor Matt Mead makes that commercial on TV, Wyoming takes a statewide budget cut. And of all places, Wyoming takes a statewide budget cut. Suicide prevention in Wyoming took a budget cut because of Wyoming's economy right now. So it just seems a tad bit ironic. And convincing Governor Matt Mead to legalize the weed is not going to be an easy task because Governor Matt Mead is an ex-cop. He's also a Republican. And most Republicans do not favor the cannabis, which, when you think about it, is stupid because Americans literally spent $53.3 billion on weed alone last year. And for Republicans, money talks, bullshit walks. And right now, Wyoming is switching over to natural gas, which means oil field workers may or may not lose their job. But on top of that, all these fucking budget cuts are really going to fuck over the economy, pardon my French. And people losing jobs and the economy sucks. So legalizing weed legalizing weed for recreational and medical use not only opens up a shit ton of jobs, it stabilizes your economy and it allows people who need it to medically get it. I have Asperger's syndrome, I have cataracts, I have depression, ADD, ADHD. But it could be worse, you know. I also have Tourette syndrome, but you know what? It could be worse. So if I could legally smoke pot for my disorders, then yes, I would. I mean, technically speaking, if I had a car and some money, I could literally drive down to Colorado, check into a hotel for a couple days, and spend a couple days smoking, and if I leave it all behind in Colorado, I'll come back to Wyoming, and technically I haven't done anything illegal. So if you're living near a state where it's legal, getting access to it is not difficult, provided that you're 21 years of age or older. That is the age in Colorado which you can buy recreational weed, and I'm almost 26, so... Marijuana has been also proven to help broken bones heal faster. So it can do a lot of amazing things besides pain treatment and what have you. Here's the kicker of it. Cannabis oil is now legal in all states except for Wyoming. Yeah. Which I think that's kind of bullshit, but you know, at least we're making progress. Did you know, YouTube, it was perfectly legal to smoke weed in Wyoming until 1980? That's because Wyoming was one of the last states. Wyoming was literally one of the last states to go zero tolerance on weed. Wyoming was also one of the last states to raise the drinking age to 21. For the longest time, the drinking age in Wyoming was 18 or older. Which, the way I see it, YouTube, if you're old enough to die for your country, you're old enough to vote, you should be old enough to drink and have a little bit of weed and tobacco. But that's just my opinion. Some states are going to look at that differently. You know, actually, on second thought, the drinking age should just stay at 21 or older, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, if you're old enough to vote, you're old enough to die for your country, if you're 18 years of age or older, you should be old enough to enjoy tobacco and weed, I think. But the only reason that California raised the tobacco age to 21 is because they didn't want high schoolers getting a hold of it, you know. And there are people who are still in high school who are at that age range where they're old enough to buy tobacco in other states, you know. And this is what gets me, YouTube. Congress, all these years ago, Congress decided to make selling flavored cigarettes illegal in the United States. You can still order them online, but you cannot directly sell them in the United States. Now, this took a lot of people to make happen, but the reason why Congress did this is because, and I quote, it was getting kids to start smoking, and they didn't want that. So they made it illegal to sell flavored cigarettes, which didn't really do shit. It didn't stop kids from wanting to smoke any less. All it did was piss off the adult smokers who enjoy them. And then you flash forward a couple years later, and you have these electronic cigarettes that are cherry, flavor, blueberry, cotton candy, you know, and there are some states that don't regulate the sale of electronic cigarettes. So in that case, you're seeing these kids walking around with vapor pens, basically training wheels till they're old enough to actually smoke real tobacco. And on top of that, electronic cigarettes were marketed as a safe alternative to cigarettes. Their electronic cigarettes were marketed as a quit smoking product. But now they're doing research on these electronic cigarettes, and some of these electronic cigarettes are way worse for you than the actual cigarette itself. Some of the research that's come out with these electronic cigarettes. Ooh, that's sour. Some of the research that's come out about electronic cigarettes, it turns out some of them are actually way worse for you than the actual tobacco itself. Now, people want to make the argument that marijuana is not FDA approved, so it shouldn't be legalized. That's stupid, because electronic cigarettes were not FDA approved, and yet some of them contain antifreeze. When marijuana has been proven to treat a number of things: autism, ADHD, depression, pain from cancer, AIDS, a whole bunch of shit that marijuana can do, if we give it the chance to work its magic. They don't call it the magical herb for nothing. Pretty much well over half the country is either legal for medical use or recreational use. So it's happening slowly but surely, but it's only a matter of time before Wyoming legalizes it. And I guarantee you that when Wyoming legalizes it, you'll see me smoking it on cameras. Now, we tried alcohol prohibition, and guess what? It didn't work. It put money in the hands of criminals. You either made it yourself or you knew somebody who had it. And then they legalized booze again, and now it's being sold at responsible stores. And you can see a very much mirrored effect with marijuana prohibition. You either know somebody who has it, or you grow it yourself or make it yourself, or you buy it off the streets. The biggest argument parents make for cannabis is that they don't want their kids having easier access to it, so that's why a lot of parents are iffy on legalization. And which I understand that completely. You know, you want your kids to be safe, but here's the thing, Slick. If you're buying marijuana off the streets, chances are it might be laced with something like coke. And, you know, if your kid's trying pot for the first time and it's laced with coke, it may ruin the experience for them. And on top of that, it could really fuck their system up or something, you know what I'm saying? And they may think, oh, this is not for them. And all of a sudden, and that's not good. Now, if you're buying marijuana from a dispensary, you know for a fact it's not going to be laced. And I would much rather, if I had kids of my own, I would much rather my kid get weed from a dispensary than buy it off the street. You know what I'm saying? There are some dealers that will sell a bunch of other shit, but most dealers will not mix their shit with other shit unless the customer asks for it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And then there are some dealers who do it on purpose, and really, your kid buying weed off the street, if they don't know the person personally or how things roll, they're buying this laced weed, and it's giving marijuana a bad name, and it's bullshit. Now, this fucking drug war is the gateway drug. People will often accuse marijuana of being a gateway drug. It leads teens to trying harder things. This is a lie. Now, when I was growing up in school, I was taught that marijuana is evil, you shouldn't do it, blah, 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 whatever. And quite often, when your kid is at a party with friends, you don't want to think about that as a parent, but it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Maybe they're in high school when they have the party, or maybe they're in college. Maybe they're in college when they're at the party, and they're peer pressured to try a little bit of weed, and they try it, and they go, okay, this isn't as bad for me as they said it was. And when they find out that the system lied to them about pot, they're going to think, okay, what else have they lied to me about? And when they start thinking, what else have they lied to me about? That right there will get kids to try harder and more serious things. And if that's not the case, another thing you have to realize, YouTube, is some people just have addictive personalities. And some people's addictive personalities are so bad that they'll try pot, they'll like it for a little bit, then they get sick of it and they want to try something stronger. So they try something stronger, and now they're hooked on something else. And in some cases, even, you go to your dealer to get some pot, and the dealer says, well, I'm out of pot, you want to try this instead? And if you're having a bad fucking week, and you just don't want to deal with shit, you just want to get high, and that right there alone is going to make someone, try other things too. There's also a common misconception that if you smoke pot, you're lazy. I disagree with that. That's like saying every person who drinks alcohol is going to become violent. Yeah, some people when they smoke, it doesn't matter if they smoke sativa or indica. It doesn't matter, because when some people smoke, yes, some people will become lazy when they smoke. That's not fair to say that everybody who smokes pot is going to be lazy. That's bullshit. Now, seriously, you say everyone who smokes pot is lazy. That's just like saying, everybody who drinks alcohol is going to be emotional, or everybody who drinks alcohol is going to be violent. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. And if you know how marijuana affects you personally, and you know it makes you super fucking lazy and not want to do shit, then, treat it like alcohol in a sense. Don't smoke it before going to work. Wait till you get off work to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But some people, when they smoke pot, they get high and they also want to get shit done, There is such thing as a productive stoner. I know some people from an older generation would hear that and go, you're full of shit, but Steve Jobs, man. Okay, Steve Jobs was probably smoking pot out of an apple, and he got the idea to create the product. Now, what would I call this drink combination right here? I think I'm going to call it a black and green. Why not? I wondered if it would float on top, but it didn't, so... Now, this is still actually really tasty. Now, I do plan on getting rather drunk right now, but the thing of it is, if I'm too drunk, I'm not going to do the cooking video till tomorrow. If I'm too drunk by the end of the night, you know, I can always save that cooking video for tomorrow. And, yeah. Most people who have followed me on YouTube long enough know that I do drink combinations. And it's been a while since I've done a drink combination. My first drink combination was basically Blue Moon beer mixed with Mountain Dew, half and half. Now, Blue Moon beer and Mountain Dew mixed together, half and half, is called Cobra's Mist, and it's quite delicious, actually. And you'd think that mixing Mountain Dew with Blue Moon beer wouldn't taste good, but the citrusiness of regular green Mountain Dew mixed with Blue Moon beer actually complements the taste of the beer quite nicely. I kind of want to do something for St. Patty's Day, and this is basically having a couple drinks, just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? That is one sour fucking drink. Holy shit. It's not bad. I like the taste of it. It tastes like a sour green apple Jolly Rancher, basically. Which, if you like sour stuff to begin with, you know. Yeah. You know, I noticed that my tobacco pipe wasn't hitting very well. So I taped the mouthpiece I had remade for it to the stem, so it sits in there nice and tight. And now I got perfect draw on it. Grab my stash of pipe tobacco here. Yeah, definitely working on trying to get some more here because I'm just about out. So hopefully you're all having a wonderful St. Patty's. If you're not doing anything, you know, you don't have to drink to celebrate St. Patty's. You can just wear green and whatever, you know. But this is a holiday that most people definitely get drunk on because why the fuck not? You know, St. Patty's Day is basically like an alcoholic's 420, if you want to look at it like that. You know, the tobacco and alcohol industries are going to be two of the top companies that are not going to be in favor of legalization, because if marijuana becomes legalized, a lot of people are going to quit drinking and quit smoking tobacco. However, I will not be one of those people. If marijuana becomes legal, I'll just smoke it with my tobacco and have it with my alcohol and be just fine, you know. But it doesn't matter what you say or do. It's going to happen eventually. Fucking this entire country's going to be legal. Within the next 2.5 years, I predict that marijuana will be completely legal in this entire country of the good old US of A. And Donald Trump has the power to fucking legalize it, and as a businessman, you think that if he found out that Americans spent $53.3 billion a year last year alone on cannabis, he would be like, I smell a business opportunity. But instead of legalizing marijuana, what's Donald Trump doing? He's thinking about taking away Meals on Wheels for seniors. And when I found out that Donald Trump is trying to take away Meals on Wheels for seniors, I think I lost a lot more respect for him, honestly. Because there are some senior citizens who are so disabled that they can't drive to the grocery store to get their own groceries, and they can barely use a microwave because of their age or because of how disabled they are. So for a lot of senior citizens, they rely on Meals on Wheels because it's food delivered to their door that they can easily make, and it allows them to eat. Now, if Donald Trump wasn't a fucking privileged motherfucker like he is right now, I guarantee you if the foot was on the other fucking shoe, and I guarantee you if the foot was on the other fucking shoe, and Donald Trump had to rely on Meals on Wheels to survive, he wouldn't like it if some rich fat cat motherfucker came in and took his only source of food away. I'm pretty sure he'd be pissed. I'm just saying. But right now, as much as I hate the fact that Donald Trump's president, I'm not the only one, man. We could have been so much better off with Bernie Sanders or Gary Johnson, but no. And that's life, YouTube. You don't always get what you want, you know. And if Donald Trump treats this country's economy like one of his failed businesses, oh, fuck it, man. I don't want to think about it right now. It's just too damn depressing. You think the economy sucks now, you know. And the one thing that Donald Trump always said on his campaign trail was, I'm going to create a whole ton of new jobs, and I'm going to fix the economy, Like, okay, Mr. Trump, if you want to fix the economy and create a whole ton of new jobs at the same time, literally killing two birds with one stone, if you just say, fuck it, go up with Congress and fucking legalize weed and hemp for industrial, medical, and recreational use, problem solved. Problem fucking solved. You can use hemp to make clothing, build houses, build cars. Hemp can also be used for food, fuel for your cars, fiber. So many uses, it's unbelievable. And when you find out the United States Constitution was drafted on hemp paper, so was the Declaration of Independence. These founding documents, these very founding documents that established the United States. You know, I hate when my fucking phone pulls up Siri and I don't tell it to you, like, shit, I saw that happening. I'm like, nope. Now that I've actually did a good job fixing my pipe stem here, let's see how it hits. Hell yeah. It still unscrews from the bowl right here. It was clogged earlier, so I had to unclog it. And I didn't know I had cataracts till like about 2 years ago. I went in to the eye doctor to get these glasses that I have right now. And they're like, Mr. Saunders, you have cataracts. I was like, great. I was like literally 24, lucky 1 year ago, whatever. 24 when I found out I had cataracts. I'm like, that's just fucking great. And marijuana can also be used to treat glaucoma. Not only that, but marijuana can also be used to cure breast cancer. And marijuana can also be used to treat arthritis pain. You got joint discomfort, smoke a joint. And, marijuana can also be used to treat diabetes and prevent it. So with all these medical uses that marijuana could potentially have, that would put a lot of shady motherfuckers out of business. And the problem with diabetic medication is it gives you low blood sugar. So you constantly have to maintain that. What if you could have something, what if diabetics everywhere could have something that literally helped them but didn't lower their blood sugar? I knew this guy who had a grandmother, and this dude's grandmother was 400 pounds overweight, and she had cancer and diabetes. And the doctor looked at her and said, okay, I want to write you a medical marijuana prescription card. Here's your approved diet. What I want you to do is to exercise and only eat the approved foods on your diet. And then several months later, this dude that I knew, his grandmother literally lost a shit ton of weight, and both her diabetes and cancer gone. And it's like, damn, dude, that's pretty fucking impressive when you hear about stuff like that. It kind of makes you think for a second, doesn't it? Doesn't it, YouTube? Homeboy Scotty just turned 21 last month, so I'm trying to get a hold of him and see if he wants to drink a little bit. I know he does. And I think I did a pretty good job facing this pipe stem. It's still black and green and it looks sharp. And yeah, it smokes just fine. I accidentally broke it when I was unscrewing the stem to clean it out, and then the tip of the mouthpiece broke off. So I took the cap off of a green marker and put a hole in both ends, and then I fitted the cap marker to the stem, and then I put a little bit of tape right there, all the way past where it's attached to the very edge of it, like right there. And the tape I use is insulation tape, also known as wand tape. And yeah, that seems to be doing the trick quite nicely. I've seen people make comments on my YouTube channel. You've only made videos for 2 weeks, so your channel's not legit. Actually, I've been on YouTube for a lot longer than people realize. I've been on YouTube for about 7 to 8 years now. And my other 2 accounts got deleted, and then recently I deleted a bunch of my videos that I had on my channel. But that's why I've been trying to record videos here and there, so put some videos back on my channel and shit. YouTube, you know what pisses me off? In Wyoming, if you get caught raping a woman in Wyoming, you would literally get less prison time than if you got caught with a marijuana cigarette. That's bullshit. That fucking flat out pisses me off. Where's the fucking justice in that? Because that makes total sense. If our veterans were smoking pot for their PTSD, and it's illegal in the state where they're at, and they get caught, it basically means that even though they fought for your freedom, you're going to throw them in jail for trying to treat their PTSD. It's bullshit. Had some money in my PayPal and I transferred it over to my bank account. And one of the bank tellers saw my shirt. She's like, "That's a cool shirt." I'm like, "Thanks." No, but one person made a comment on my channel. They're like, "If you're such a pussy magnet, how come you don't have a girlfriend?" That's a good question. To answer that as simply as I can be shy around women sometimes, and the combination of that, and some women are just intimidated by my good looks. So the combination of those 2 things doesn't help me out half the time. But most women who get to know me a little bit seem to like me, so, you know. And it doesn't help when some women are just naturally creeped out by me because they don't know me, you know. And it's whatever. I'm not going to spend my short, miserable life fussing over stupid shit like that. I know for a fact that I'm a studly gothic musician, and I'm also a bit of a bad boy, and chicks cannot resist that shit. That is a fact. Arguing with me on this issue will get you nowhere. And okay, yes, I'm not a big-time YouTube celebrity. I only have 5,000 subscribers and growing, but one day, one day I could be a YouTube celebrity. You know, with the way my channel's been growing in these last couple of months, I could definitely see it happening. Now, if I got enough subscribers to make $800 off of YouTube just by doing videos, I'd be cool with that. I'd be like, sweet. But I think I'd have to have like maybe 66,000 subscribers. Now, if I had that many people subscribing to my fucking YouTube channel, then people couldn't be like, oh, you're not a celebrity on YouTube. I'd be like, 66,000 subscribers, you know. Because I don't know, but the way it works, man, people watch my YouTube videos, and if they like it, they tell all their friends. If they don't like it, they either just move on to the next YouTuber, or they spend hours on end trying to fuck with me. That's just how my YouTube thing's been going these last couple of years. Yeah. Another mixed drink? Why, certainly. That sounds marvelous. I know the cooking video, when I eventually do post the cooking video, it's going to get a shit ton of views. I can already see it happening. I mean, when you're a sexy gothic bad boy stud who has an amazing gift with animals and music, chicks have a hard time trying not to find that shit attractive, you know what I'm saying? And my biggest issue is not having enough confidence in myself, man. And the way I see it, if I have the confidence to post a fucking YouTube video for the entire goddamn internet to watch and judge me for, then talking to a girl should be so much easier, really, when you compare the two. Another reason why I don't have a girlfriend is because I don't want to just rush into a relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's like sampling a fine cigar, you know what I'm saying? Eventually you'll find the cigar that's perfect for you, but if you rush into finding that right cigar, so to speak, you know, it may take you a while. I'm not sure that was the best way to word it, but actually, the best way to word that would be like, if you're getting into a hot tub that's super hot, if you jump right in, you'll get burned and it'll shock you, whatever. You know, finding the right girl is a lot like easing your way into a hot tub that's a little too hot to handle just right away. Like, metaphorically speaking, if you just got out of a cold fucking pool and your body's adjusting to the air around you, and sometimes when you go to get into a hot tub after getting into a cold pool, it takes your body a minute to adjust, and it could hurt if you just jump in right away. So most people, when they get out of a cold pool to go sit in a hot tub, they'll ease their way into it, you know what I'm saying? And relationships really are no different. People who rush into relationships end up getting fucked over real quickly. Not all the time, mind you, but, you know, and the unfortunate thing about being attractive is that sometimes you can attract some major assholes who treat you like eye candy, and it's just like, it's not cool. That's going for both sexes, and that right there is also going for boy or girl. You know, there are some girls who are super attractive, and they know they're attractive, and they know they can get anyone they wanted, but they get caught up in shitty relationships, and they get treated like eye candy, and it pisses me off because, you know, just because someone's attractive doesn't mean they're a complete snobby asshole, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who are attractive and they act really superficial and vain about it, but not every person who's attractive acts superficial and vain. You know what I'm saying? Or narcissistic. That's another good way to describe it. Yeah. It's an interesting drink combination right there. I pour another mixed drink after this and probably sit on it for a minute. Because I'm already starting to slur my speech a little bit. Just a little bit. Let that alcohol sit in for a minute and see, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm already starting to feel a little bit tipsy. You know, when some people have asked me, well, how do you know that chicks are intimidated by your good looks? My response to that, as a dude, it helps to have female friends. The reason why I say this is because if females are doing shit that confuses the fuck out of you and you're going, huh? Why are they doing this? It makes no sense. If you have a female friend that talks to you and actually is there for you, you know, to better explain things, it makes more sense. And the same goes for females too. There are some females who will find that guys do confusing shit. You know, that's just one of the couple of things that both sexes have in common. You know, is guys will sit there and say girls are confusing, and girls will sit there and say that guys are confusing. Now, for somebody who's autistic and socially awkward, I seem to have a general grasp of how things work. Fuck Elliot Rodgers. Fuck Elliot Rodgers. This motherfucker has more money than I'll ever have for the moment, and he's buying all these nice-ass cars. And he has Asperger's, but, you know, money doesn't buy class. I may not be as rich as he was, but I've had sex with 6 women. He's had sex with none. And I guarantee you that if Elliot Rodgers would have had a bit more patience and not pulled a mass shooting, I guarantee you eventually he would have gotten laid. You know, and before the shooting, I would have sympathized with him a little bit because having Asperger's and being socially awkward fucking sucks. You know, you're born with something you can't control. You know, you're born with something that society thinks, oh, you're just using that as an excuse. You know, that's bullshit. You're born with something that people think defies you, and it doesn't define me, you know. A lot of people on YouTube want to be me. That's why they fake my accounts and shit on Facebook and YouTube. But guess what? The only reason why you want to be me is because you think I'm cool, but you don't want to admit it. And you're insecure about being yourself. And at the same time, you see that I'm starting to become somewhat popular on YouTube. And that's the only reason why a lot of people pretend to be me. Because I guarantee you, if most people got the kind of harassment that I got on social media, they wouldn't like being me. But like I've said before, I've been bullied in school, I've been bullied outside of school, and I've developed a fucking thick skin for it, really. I started working on my 8th album entitled, let's see, Pathway to the Abyss or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Pathway to the Abyss or something like something metal like that. Yeah. The 2 songs I have that I've started working on for my album so far, Legends Never Die, and another song I'm working on for my next album is Troll Slayer. And I've got the openings for both songs, or at least for one of them worked out. So yeah, it started. And no telling when I'll get the fucking 8th album done. But when it does, I'll let y'all know. You know, and more than likely, if I don't have enough money to post it on TuneCore, I'll probably post the 8th album on my own Bandcamp. And probably charge like $1 for it, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Basically, my 8th album's gonna have a couple sounds mixed into one. Try to mix orchestrated black metal with hair flare power metal and horrorcore hip hop and horrorcore rap, just mixed into one awesome sound. And I'll do the best I can to make it. And GarageBand is a very useful tool, if I might add. Yes. You know, when the bank teller complimented me on my shirt, I'm like, thanks, and hugs my biceps. You know, basically, when I talked to my good friend Winona, she basically said, and I quote, "Oh, women find you attractive, they're just intimidated by your good looks." And when she first explained it to me, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And then when she better explained it to me, she goes, "Do you ever feel like you can't talk to a girl at a bar because she's too good looking?" And I says to myself, "Yeah, that sounds about right." And she goes, "Well, there you go." And I'm like, "Well, then, you know, that makes sense, because there's been times I go to the bar, either I'm with friends or by myself, and some chicks will literally just flat out fucking stare at me like, you know, like they want to talk to me, but they're not sure how." And another thing, and this is the unfortunate thing about being goth metalhead sometimes, is that my friend Winona, she also said that when you're an artsy type, when you're basically an artsy type, yeah, emphasis on the word artsy type, that can imply that you're either emo, goth, scene, what the fuck ever. When you're in those, when you're with those lifestyles, so to speak, you give off this impression of impress me, you know. And I don't intentionally mean to give off that impress me sort of vibe, but when you're goth, scene, emo, or punk, or what the fuck ever, you know, sometimes you give off that vibe without intending to. And because I don't act like an arrogant, vain, narcissistic jerk because I'm attractive, that's another attractive quality of mine. So it's okay to have a little bit of confidence in yourself, but in all honesty, if you're like over the top confident, a lot of people find that shit superficial and annoying. It is what it is, and you know, having a little too much confidence in yourself, it could be a good thing, it could also be a bad thing depending on how you look at it. "48 minutes long. 48 minutes long. A nice long St. Patty's Day video for all my fans. Yeah. Damn near half a bottle is polished off, and I'm already starting to feel it just a wee bit. Damn, Daniel. I could save some of this for later, but for St. Patty's Day, do 1 whole glass straight, just sour apple schnapps. It's green to get you drunk. Fuck it. And normally a glass like this is reserved for like whiskey or what have you, because this is an 8-ball glass. But because it's St. Patty's Day, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Holy shikes, man. this shit goes down way too smoothly. Yeah. Because I want to put the rest of these two back in the fridge so I don't drink it all in one sitting. Because it's still fairly early in the day and I don't want to burn through my room supplies quickly. Like, it's still pretty early in the day, and I don't want to just burn through. I have 2 bottles, right? I don't want to burn through the first bottle too quickly. This right here should be enough, for now at least, to get my, wet my whiskers, yeah. And a lot of the girls who get treated like shit by boys, a lot of the girls that get stuck with shitty loser boyfriends, probably wouldn't give a guy like me a chance because of the way I look. The fucking lazy eye and the fucking bug-eyed fucking freaky bullshit because of my glasses and shit. But I don't let it affect me because I'm like, you know what? I know, that I can play a mean guitar and I can sing really good. In fact, speaking of singing, don't want to fucking click song, I guess. Let's see. How about some 5-Finger Death Punch? Bad Company. A company always on the run. A destiny. Oh, it's the rising sun. I was born, a shotgun in my hands. Behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Hey, yeah, that's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad company till the day I die. Till the day I die. Until the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we've been called. Chose a gun, threw away the sun. Now these towns, lay your Roman name. Death bun sold is a crazy man. That's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad company till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, blood for blood. Ooh, we've all gotta die. we've all gotta die. I'll do Snuff by Slipknot after this. Fuck it. Just an excuse to show off my sexy vocal skills. Look at that sound just like Five Finger when I sing it. How about that? Tipsy Cobra is a lot more fun to hang around. That's why they call me Bad Company. I want to know. Bad company till the day I die. Bad company. I want to know. Bad company till the day I die. Until 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 the day I die. I kind of feel like singing the original as well as the Slipknot song. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Yes, let's go to YouTube real quick. And the original Bad Company. Let's see. Bad Company. There's like no lyrics, but this is the studio version of the original. This song will play after the fucking ad. A company always on the run. Destiny always the rising sun. Oh, I was born, 6 gun in my hands. And the gun make my final stand. So they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad Company. I die. Oh, did I die? Did I die? Rebel souls, sound as we've gone. There's a gun threw away the sun. Now these towns without your name, this fucking sound I claim to fame. Now let me say, Bad Company. till the middle of the night. Bad, bad company till the day I die. Yeah, the day I die. Bad company again tonight. Bad company till the day I die. Dead. Bad company. Yeah. Bad company to the day I die. Oh. Baby. Pretty much the end of that song. Alright, one more song for the video. Snuff. Slipknot. One more song for the video, then we'll close her out. How did that sound for a St. Patty's Day video? Yeah. Too bad it's not absinthe. The Green Fairy. Bury all your secrets in my skin. Come away with innocence. Leave me with my sins. Air around me still feels like a cage. And love is just a camouflage. What resembles rage again. Actually, hold on, we got something real quick here. Hold on a second. So if you love me, let me go. Run away before I know. I'm just too dark to care. I can't destroy what is in there. Deliver me into my fate. If I'm alone, I cannot hate. I don't deserve to have you. Ooh, my smile was taken long ago. If I can change, I hope I never know. Damn, I sound just like Slipknot. How sexy is that? Ladies, what's up? I still press your letters to my lips and cherish them in parts of me to savor every kiss. I couldn't face a life without your light, without your light. But all of that was ripped apart when you refused to fight. So save your breath, I will not care. I think I made it very clear. You couldn't hate enough to love. That's supposed to be enough. I only wish you were my friend. Then I could hurt you in the end. I never claimed to be a saint. Ooh, my hope was passed long ago. It took the death of hope to let you go. Fucking nailing this song like a boss. Oh! Oh, fuck, the lid wasn't on. God damn it. That was smooth. So break yourself against my stones and spit your pity in my soul. You never needed any help. You sold me out to save yourself. And I don't listen to your shame. You ran away, you're all the same. Angels lie to keep control. Ooh, my hope is born as long ago. If you still care, don't ever let me know. If you still care, don't ever let me know. Like literally right towards the end of the fucking song, like the top half of the fucking cap broke off on this lid. How the fuck is that even possible? I don't even know. I didn't know they could do that. I fucking splashed a shit ton of it in my eye, but not too much. Real fucking smooth. Real fucking smooth. Let's see. Dead memories. I'll do one more song. Memories. Dead Memories by Slipknot. And this will be it for vocal covers on this video because we're like pushing an hour. We're already over an hour. Okay. One more song and then we're going to end the video. We're starting to that's going to make this quick. Dead Memories. Sitting in the dark, I realized I will never story of the bitter blows of fate. God damn it, this is just gonna keep fucking pausing on me in fucking sections of the video. Okay, I want to post this video real quick and then we're gonna continue. God damn. Alright.